welcome back to another video. This one is specifically for service providers, and we are going to use the context of human to human, which is the context that I want to look through the lens of everything that we are talking in this quarter. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is balance. And when I'm saying balance, what I mean by balance is how can we be in balance with the people that we serve. But I have observed that sometimes there is this idea that there is this imbalance and hierarchy between a service provider and a client. The imbalance comes from either inferiority or superiority. So when I'm saying there is in imbalance in how we serve, the first one being inferiority is basically when we are working with clients from an inferior position. We are shy, we don't really express, we are just following the orders. We don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to say, even if there's something that we want to say, because we are inferior, like we are placing ourselves inferior. If you've ever been to a hotel and you caught the cleaning lady in the hallway wanting to also use the elevator, and when they saw you, they immediately rule themselves out. I'm not entering the elevator. You are here and you're the guest, so it's your priority to take the elevator. I'm not even gonna attempt. So that person is automatically placing themselves inferior because they are thinking, you're the guest, I'm the cleaning lady, and I'm not disrupting your experience by me coming to the same elevator with you. And sometimes, guys, it's not even that they have these big carts. They just literally just want to go somewhere and they would rule themselves out. So sometimes there are service providers who approach and have a view of themselves as I'm inferior. And these type of people also like to overextend themselves and not putting proper boundaries because they don't want to disappoint the clients, right? So that's inferior. And then the superiority type of service provider is the one that has a big ego, is I know better than you are. And you can get a good feel of these people because they're going to show that to you even before they ever come work with you. So before you ever hire someone, they're going to come like authoritative energy. So the client then becomes a little bit inferior and they are doing it on purpose. Like they are like, okay, I guess you're the expert. You tell me, which if a contract is like that, if you are wanting to hire service providers to tell you what to do because you respect their expertise and you're okay with this dynamic as a client yourself, and you are a type of service provider who is like, I know my shit, and people don't mind, that's fine. But if you're working with people who like to be eye level with other people, who don't like to be either pushed down or feel like, they have to bring you up like inferior. But if you are dealing with people who are leaders themselves and business owners themselves, and they don't like to feel like you're dictating them, you're condescending with them, you're telling them what to do, even before you have the full story of what they want to do. And like I said, this is a very common example. We get this all the time when people pitch us, when they are like, hey, you must do this, or hey, this is so good, you must check this out. Then they're gonna come to you with that energy. And and sometimes it can work out if you are okay with following the lead. But if you're the type of person who's a leader themselves, you're not going to feel comfortable in this dictating dynamic. So we're looking at two extremes. And what I want us to kind of hone in is the balance. So what in the scenario about balance is, and I like to say when I'm saying balance is I'm okay, you're okay. That's the first like emotional level of the things. We're okay. And that supposes that I think of you as able, capable, and powerful. And I am also able, capable, and powerful. And then what is missing then is a puzzle piece. Like I have a puzzle piece and you have also your knowledge and your insights on your expertise, but also have my insight and my expertise, and can we come together to help almost like complete each other and be complementary to each other. And when I'm in a dynamic, when I'm feeling mutual respect, that we don't there's no like trying to be up or down, but we're in balance, is I feel like those dynamics work out the best. because it comes with this mutual respect and understanding that you're a leader, I'm a leader. You're leading your business, I'm leading my business. I know things, you know things. Let's complete each other. And I think when we can hone into that balance and when we can approach people from that balance, our way of being and operating in business is going to be so much better, and it will feel so much lighter as well. And not only it's going to feel lighter, that if you are open and they're going to be open too. So how it looks like right now is that the clients that I work with, we are like we are balanced, very, very balanced. I don't have any clients that I currently work with where they are like this. In fact, I had one client that there was there's a little bit of that, and then that event like leveled the playing field. And I think what for us to be leveling the field, what has to happen is a recognition, mutual recognition of each other. I recognize your talents and I appreciate you for that. And then you start recognizing my talents and you appreciate me for them. I don't need to compete with you. I understand we are the same, we are on the same boat, and we're looking at the same objective. And that would be the final piece of this puzzle to bring this point home. Many times, service providers they forget that they are here to help the clients meet the objective together. So I can bring my knowledge, you can bring your knowledge, and let's arrive there together. So it doesn't becomes this, I'm right, you're wrong. It becomes this is not even a question if I'm right or wrong. It's like, how can we get there? And then when we get there, when we think about how can we get there, is when collaboration can be born. And I feel like the best way to lead is through this collaborative energy. I care about the business. I care about you. You care about the business just as much as I do. And how can we get there? So I'm not saying that you as a service provider, you have to bring all your human side of this transaction, because and that you'd have to hold a lot of space for their human parts, even though there are elements of the human to human idea which is actually related to emotional intelligence and all of that. And I don't want to go into that because the entire program that I'm building contains that information. Like, how are we containing the clients? How do we make sure we don't lose our center? How do we process rejections, price things, objections, price reduction, all of that? Like, that's a whole nother conversation on that. I don't want to go there. But what I want us to focus on is like, how can we level the field? How can we understand that you don't have to come in high or low to be respected? You just have to come in eye level balance. And when you come in into eye level balance, there is opening. There's opening for you and for the client, and for both of you then to open up and come together and to meet that goal that you want to meet together. So I hope that this was helpful. I want more conversations like this in the comment section below. Let me know which of the sides that you oscillate. Do you find yourself be put into the superior position or the inferior position? And if so, how do you feel about that? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.